Hello, everybody. This is Gotham by Night. Today we have a scene in one of the high posh restaurants in Gotham. Nathaniel Hightower has invited Mr. Class to a meeting. He stated that, I would like to know more about the citizens of this dear city as I am recently back. Therefore, he will invite Dr. Class and he will come early to this meeting. He is sitting at this fine table.
Uh, about 10 minutes or so to the time we're supposed to be meeting up, Dr. Claus will arrive. Look, still wearing his usual Western butterfly, but also like wearing a typical teacher blazer over it, like fucking
Heisenberg.
with the typical elbow patches and shit.
Mhm. Mr. Hightower gets up and says, Mr. Class, fashionably late?
I thought it was early.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you very much.
Please, let's have a sit.
He'll nod and walk over and take a seat.
I'm sorry for inviting after our weird meeting yesterday. I just I am very interested in learning more about individuals in the city.
Oh, that's
Those who are
alright.
friends to my friends.
That's quite alright. Everybody has unfortunate times sometimes. If I in my line of work, if I'd have to not like ignore every time people were uncomfortable, I'd never get anything done.
That's true. How is the things going in the city?
The what?
How is the things going at your work?
Oh, oh, it's going fine. There's protesters outside every once in a while, but we can usually scare them away.
I have made a Google search about you, and there was he says it like he it doesn't reader doesn't care about that. He just made a Google search about your character, and I have seen that you have a license, general
Yes,
practitioner.
yes. I figured that would be where I would do most good.
Doing good is of course what we care as doctors.
Of course. He's
I'm
got a
a
pierced little smile on his face the entire
mhm.
time.
Yeah, so he does have that type of smile as well, and he says, "I the yesterday's meeting was weird. We had many different members of society.
Yes,
I hope you understand what I mean when I say society.
I do. I usually do general practicing for, well, all the society.
I
Most
didn't
important
knew
things.
my society does not have general, a lot of Planned Parenthood, or we
That
kind of overreact at Planned Parenthood, probably.
yes, well, it didn't stop Tatiana from stopping by once.
Hmm, didn't knew.
Well, they want to see me. They weren't actually there for an an appointment, but she was still there. Looked quite uncomfortable.
Tatiana is a jewel, a precious jewelry. It's fine, extremely rare in this world.
She's an interesting soul.
I agree. The reason I invited you actually is quite different than what you might expect. I'm quite new in the city. I know Gotham, but I am back after some troubled years. I was walking around in the city, but I think that the maybe it would be good to create some places where I can have a business and feel comfortable and have friends running that business.
Well, we're always looking for more people at Planned Parenthood.
Pardon?
We're always looking for more people at Planned Parenthood.
Your fame is quite it's starting to be small, but it can be bigger. I was thinking about opening a clinic or like a small hospital in front of Tatiana's club. Not literally in front of it, but this district is quite fine. It's among the richest district in this city,
Yes,
and a
I've been
famous.
there.
Yes, we were there together yesterday, and a famous doctor joining to this new hospital would be very good at things. It will give me some ways to enter the news a bit more.
I see.
And I don't know about your kind that well. And he says smiles when he says your kind. But I
Mortals?
think yes, completely, Mister Clark. Mortals. He says, smile. Like, I got you there. Like, yeah, sure, mate, mortals. He has that look of sure mortals, and like he says, sure mortals.
It's not saying it like it's a lie, but
Hmm.
of course your character has been told differently, so.
Yeah, he says, if you wish to keep the veil up, we can keep the veil up.
What do you suppose I am then? If you want to be so rude.
There are many things in this universe. I'm not accustomed to all of them, but I think
There
that,
are.
pardon,
There are.
and to be quite frankly, as long as you're not attacking me or severing my limbs, like some other person said yesterday, I'm quite fine and actually don't care what you do.
I don't usually go for aggression first, or ever. It would be quite bad if people saw me in that light.
I have to say, I don't go to aggression as well. I just use different terms of aggression when I need to. There's no just physical ways of aggression. There's other ways of aggression, in my opinion. Human psychology can be quite a powerful tool.
Yes, I suppose you'd know.
Now, as I said, this can be a small request or offer that you can keep at your right pocket. We don't know each other, of course. Therefore, I don't expect you to trust me immediately.
Of course.
But if we spend time together and understand each other and maybe see that we see eye to eye, then we can create this and help each other if need be. We're two doctors after all. Maybe all the doctors that we have among different communities can come together and hold hands. When he says hold hands, it's like it's obvious that he is like mocking this peaceful idea. Hold hands and be friends with each other.
He looks like he looks like he might take a. He looks like he's thinking about taking offense to that, but it's like
Hmm.
no, it's not worth it.
I understand that the peace that exists among communities mostly exist on benefit, and I'm thinking about being beneficial to people. Therefore, I will be in their not shit on list. I'm quite open about the selfishness of human nature. I believe most humans are selfish. So does the supernaturals. And if I can find non-selfish supernatural, I am wrong. That's good. I am okay to be wrong.
I work by, well, maybe not entirely selfishness, but I work to the good of all, and people like it that way. They know they can. if not trust me, then at least know I won't point out their layers to people. If that makes sense.
I understand. I don't want to create any problems. I think the peace is quite important to me. I don't want people attacking me on streets, werewolves growling, like the wolves growling me. Pardon, he says dogs growling me at bars, and people trying to show their dominance to me on stupid places. But I can't have a perfect world, can I? I can at least try to have a perfect world where we can work together and try to beneficial to each other. And that's what I want to do. I don't want problems. I want to be doing what I do and benefit from it.
I understand where you come from, of course. The issue is I see with if I do choose to join you eventually, is that it might create a sort of distrustful environment for other kinds, to believe that to paraphrase the good doctor, he
Hmm.
rolls his eyes a little bit. The good doctor is working for well, one of your kind. Oh shit, sorry about that.
No problem. No problem. Do you need to BRB?
No, this is just an alarm.
I didn't hear. I just only heard a chicken.
Yeah.
That's a nice alarm. I actually should have that alarm.
Grew up on a farm, what can I say?
um, you see, Nathaniel thinks he has like something to say, but tries to he tries to think. You're completely right about that. That people may think that it is strange to you. But I'm curious. Does the what do you think people would think about this?
Well, first concern would be that they would no longer trust in that I would be we would be working for their good. I've spent a long time working up my own reputation, and I'm still working on it. So to put that in jeopardy for I don't know a bigger pay or for a better place to work seems a bit redundant to me.
That's quite understandable.
I
The
don't
I
need the money.
I completely understand that you may need not need the money. The I also don't need the money. I just like to wear expensive clothing. But the when people sees different things, they will be afraid. When, in my experience, when the people ask questions that they're not in their best interest, they should. I simply told them to keep their months to their business, and leaves matters that informs me to me. And I know that this is a strange experience. Therefore, because people then feels disrespected, then I realized sometimes it's better to keep people uninformed for their own good and not making stupid judgments. Maybe it's only certain people can know that this hospital belongs to me, and you can be the head of, the hospital. We can even arrange upon understanding what we expect from this hospital and what we want both and what we will ignore from the both sides. He smiles when he says what we will ignore. We can talk about a percentage, even we can even talk about a percentage owning hospital.
As I said, I don't need the money. And another thing is that I do quite enjoy working for the people who have nothing.
Hmm.
I helping unfortunate well, mothers to be to not be is quite rewarding in itself.
So there was no way for me to convince you, he says with a smile.
Well, make it a Planned Parenthood, we might be talking. Oh,
Or buying your hospital.
well, that would of course be a way to do it, but
I don't want to put you in any trouble or seem like I am some kind of stalker. I rather that you agree to this and not force do anything because it would be disrespectful to you, and I'm not interested in disrespecting you.
I appreciate that. I don't like it when people try to force me.
I agree. I don't like it as well as well. As I have said, let's. If you want, we can keep this as a deal that you can have in your right pocket, a fate point that you can use whenever you wish to.
Yes.
The You have a friend, Tiana, of course. It's known that she is quite rich. I'm not. I'm trying to create friends around the business and friends all around. So
Yes.
if you need me for something that I can do and you think I can help you a bit, I don't mind helping. I rather create friendships based on trust and loyalty than that comes with understanding that those happens through mutual benefits.
Yes. If you do need my help, Dr. Wise or otherwise, do feel free to talk to me.
Now it's the best part of talking because we both don't know what each other can do. He says with a
Yes.
smile. So therefore, we maybe should start talking about what we can do for each other.
Well, he'll like look around because he's not familiar with the restaurant we're in, and he doesn't know if
He
this is neutral ground or if this is
he
a place
prepared
we're allowed to talk about shit.
specifically. He bought the six desks around them to
Oh,
specifically keep them free. Like there was nothing around. It's all said reserved.
oh, okay. That makes it a bit easier.
Hmm.
I was like very careful with my wording.
Hmm.
Well, I deal in healing mostly, as might be expected from someone of my work.
You can heal normal faster than a.
I can heal most things a lot faster than any kind could,
Happy to hear it.
and mostly it takes nothing out of me. There's of course, uh, what's the word? There's of course, some things that are harder to deal with than others, but usually it doesn't take me much. I keep myself stuck just in case.
I will keep this in mind that you can heal.
Yes.
May appear at your door one night.
And when I say heal, I do mean more than just you got hit over the head one too many times. I do mean you get poisoned, or I know that's not usually a problem for vampires, but there are things
Is it a problem for angels?
for
He
angels.
said he says with a smile because like he just like you called him out, so he calls you out.
Well, he didn't specifically say vampire.
Oh, he didn't say it like he didn't say like I know you're an angel. He says is it a problem for
Oh,
angels?
not usually.
I'm just trying to study angels these days.
Oh, well, you might find that a bit of an issue. Let's
I will
not.
keep that in mind and put my nose into other places.
Yes. Um, but that also means if you come into an unfortunate part where you get, let's say, foreign blood into your body, it could be removed
Hmm.
permanently.
I'm happy to hear this.
Of course, this takes takes more out of me than it if it was just I can. It takes a bit out of me sometimes, but because it's foreign bodies, of course.
Mhm. There's
It's
always a
like
cost, as far as I
yes,
understand.
yes. For some things there's more cost than others.
Okay.
That being said, you knowing what I am, I'm assuming by word of Tatiana, I think we would safely assume she would be the one that told you
It
anything.
would be it would be misunderstanding. Tatiana is someone who keeps her words.
But you see, she never promised to not tell anyone, which I see now was a mistake.
No, I'm not saying I learned from Tatiana. I am saying I did not learn from her.
And do enlighten me, where did you learn?
There are certain ways of my kind to sense things, some better than others.
I'm not
Not
quite sure I believe in that, but I will let you keep that as your truth.
the Now I understand. I don't know how much you know about my kind.
I I may or may not have been there for the birth of your
Burr,
kind.
he nods. Then you know many things.
It was quite a shock to all of us.
He smiles. Then you would know the beast hackles of the beast.
I
Aspects 1.
yeah, I I do.
It does answer questions sometimes.
Not that one. For an
Aspects,
attempt.
we'll see. Like I'm trying to get this through. Don't make me wrong. I know that the he's bullshitting his way at the moment, but like it's like aspects 1 and 2. Aspect says like 2 can actually says what is this person?
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
way they demons work
Hmm.
is that what they say is the truth is what is seen as the truth.
Okay, then never mind.
Yeah, so I've been saying I'm mortal this entire time, so that's what everybody around me sees, even the beasts.
Okay, okay.
That's why like that's
Hmm.
not true.
Okay, cool.
That's not normally that's more from the descent, but that's a rule that Brandon has taken in that I do as well. So
Okay, I understand.
ding.
Right, someone is writing me.
So that is. Did you say the thing about Auspex, like that you were using Auspex to
Hmm.
find it out? That's you should not be able to see anything with that. Anything out of the mortal realms.
The He smiles and then says, "I hope that you're not angry."
Not with you. I understand completely wanting to collect all the knowledge you can in a strange city. I am
Now,
a bit disappointed in our fellow friend.
how I can repay for this miscommunication? Because it was me who asked this question. Now, don't please understand that the what happened yesterday when there was people growling and there were insults trolling. You joined and everyone didn't change their posture. We didn't act like there was a mortal around. We act like someone supernatural was around. I didn't hold my words because no one hold theirs. This was the
Yes.
reason I thought that you were something. And he did tell me, don't tell him that I told you. Because it would be quite disrespectful, and I don't want him to make an enemy.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, Tatiana, I really care for her. I don't want her to be seen as someone mistrusted. And she didn't say this to warn me or think that you were a threat. She told me because I said that I don't know what that person is and I want to make a deal. And I think she wanted to make sure I am safe as best as possible. And I'm asking this as you say, someone who you want benefit for most people. And I'm asking this as someone who try to consider you or build a friendship with you. That, with all due respect, can you ignore this?
I
Once,
will need to have a chat with her. I won't say I distrust her for a faux pas she didn't know was a thing, apparently. I
mhm,
thought I made it quite clear that this was not something I wished out, but sometimes words get twisted.
if you want, or if you allow this for me, because as much as she did a faux pas, I did as well, because I didn't knew your capabilities. I usually am quite good at bullshitting myself out of this ways.
That is why you don't mess with higher beings,
I will keep that
unfortunately.
in mind.
As much
Therefore,
as your kind usually tends to claim there's no such thing, some of us know there's more between heaven and earth.
with all due, again, respect, I ask from you that I should be the one who should do. I would like to be the one who talks with her and says I made a faux pas, because as much as you will need to speak with her, she will be angry with me, and that's not something I kind of want at the moment. Would that be acceptable to you?
If I were, if we were to go there together, would you be just so? I want everything in the clear. I don't particularly like lying,
Hmm. I will keep that
and
in mind.
yes, I don't particularly like when people are attempting to lie to me either. Sometimes I let it pass. Sometimes I don't. I need her to understand the gravity of what she's been doing, especially because she she and hers have come to me for help
Hmm.
for my job in in reality, hunting down demons. So for her to go around when she knows she has a demon on her tail or on her tail, to be mentioning to people that I'm an angel is very much putting their own deal in danger and my tail in danger. And I do not like that.
I understand.
It would be like telling a particularly vengeful werewolf where you sleep at night.
Yes, I may have one on my tail at the moment.
Yes. So you see why this is not just, well, not just a little faux pas, it's quite possibly life endangering to her or to me.
I understand.
And while I'm
I
trusting you with this information, I trust you also know that if you do try to spread it around, I will find where you sleep.
the I don't enjoy insults or threats, and it's completely okay.
I
Um,
don't either, but I also need to make it very sure. I'm not threatening you. I'm telling you what's going to happen if you do spread around words. I'm not gonna
the
kill you. I'm not gonna kill you. I don't believe in killing people. I'll put that out there. Humans, humans and beings are there for a reason. You are a being, even though your heart may not beat, you're still alive. Therefore, there's still a reason for you here. You still have a soul.
The you said something like deal.
I suppose it did, yes.
Does deals what these deals entail?
Oh, that depends on what you need. A bit like a favor for a favor.
Hmm.
Sometimes it's a longer, sometimes it's, I suppose you'd call it small miracles that can be done. It depends on what you seek, really. I'm not the type of angel that are usually the ones that go around collecting pacts or deals. Pacts are more for the downstairs people, but sometimes we do do share terminology to make it easier. But it could be bringing someone back to life, even if, of course, that's a big one. But giving someone blind their sight back, or making them seem a different way than you used to be. There's all sorts of things, making them stronger.
You can make things stronger.
I can.
Hmm.
I can make them
I'm
change if I want, if really needed.
change how?
Well, maybe not permanently, but I could give you the ability to change your form in some way or another. Grow wings,
Oh,
such
I,
things.
I am not very into wings.
Most people aren't, but I do like seeing their seeing their reaction when it's mentioned. Of course, they wouldn't be something you'd be able to pull out. They wouldn't just be constantly about.
Hmm. They appear out of nowhere, you say.
Well, they'll sprout out of your back, but like myself, you'll be able to hide them. But it all depends, of course, on what you're interested in. The sky's the limit, as they say.
So let's talk about this because consider me a interested party.
You wouldn't be asking if you weren't.
Exactly. Wings being stronger, and then you said sky is the limit.
Yes. Well,
What do I need to repay in return?
well, usually I'd be kind and go for whatever faith someone has to offer. Of course, your kind doesn't usually go for aren't the most faithful of the sort, which is quite understandable given where you come from.
Now, with all due respect, I had a bit troubled past where I started to believe on myself and my capabilities. I don't think that believing in yourself counts as a fate.
No, it would have to be in something larger than yourself, whether that's Cain or. God.
Hmm. What happens when I believe in these creatures?
Well, you'll start committing something called faith, which is, well, you can imagine what I do with that.
It's important probably for angels. I
Yes,
think that it will fuel your powers, am I correct?
yes. The
Hmm.
more faith, the more I can do.
Okay. What if I believe in you and your powers?
It would, well, it's not just something you can say and then do, but if you were to choose to, I do loathe saying this word when it comes to myself, but worship, that would start, that would, and true worship, not just, you know, getting on your knees and praying to America. Praying to America in the Word of God. No, that would be able to generate faith, of course. Yes.
Would I be bound to you if I worship something?
Only if we do make a deal. If you start worshipping me of your own, you might be calling to me, but you wouldn't be
No, no,
close.
no. If I say that I worship God, and I really believe in worshiping God or Cain, and we made a pact, what would it entail? Would I you would control me?
Oh no, I would control you. I would have some. I would always know where you are, of course, because, and I suppose I would get as shown by me showing up at the at you and Tatiana's meeting yesterday, get a bit more protective of you, invested in your well-being, let's say.
Would this make it easier for you to mind control me? And he looks at you like, this is a very serious question to him.
You'd be more inclined to help me out, but I would be
Is
making
it
you
like a
do
blood
things you
bond?
don't want to do. No, 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 no.
What do you mean by inclined? My consent and my well-being is extremely important to me. I was a slave once. I will never be a slave again.
It would be more like you feel a bit friendlier to me, more than anything. More willing to be around me, I suppose.
Would the power worth it?
Oh, I'd say so, depending on how much faith you produce. The more faith, the more perks.
Oh, see, I think he does worship to something, but at the same time, it's like, how does I prove that he worships?
Yeah. Well, I could, like, if my character knows your real name, I could be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna find out how much you've got exactly.
No,
I
like
think.
real name isn't like my character's real name is Nathaniel Hightower.
Uh, well, I should be able to figure it the fuck out with one of my skills.
Like
Just quick.
his name is like his mother gave him the name Nathaniel
Yeah.
Hightower.
I've got a thing that like I can
Hmm.
find the faithful. It says so. Then find supernaturals. I need to have touched them before, but also know their true name.
Hmm.
I think I can use that to figure out how much faith you have. I'm not sure.
But it's like, how do we decide how much fate I have?
Well, as out of character already have a pact with William,
Hmm.
and for him it was quite easy because of course he believes in Luna and he believes that
Hmm.
quite strongly. So we were like, he's only done a little bit against his faith, so we put him at a full faith out of 5. And that's just because we went off the mortal scale because I don't know if the Brandon wants us to do it differently for or if there's more or less faith for supernaturals.
Hmm.
So we just went off the mortal scale.
I think he would believe in Cain with 4 as well because like he is quite committed to being vampire.
Yeah,
Like he's not extremely religious, but he knows and believes in Cain.
yeah,
He's not a zealot like, yeah.
yeah. That's it. Talking about character, that's the interesting part of the entire deal with Kane because, like, we know he was a thing, but also a lot of vampires don't believe that he was a
Hmm.
thing.
Yeah.
So he's become a sort of a mythological person, even though he was very real.
Hmm.
Of course, the only ones that can really tell, oh yeah, he looked like this and this and this, and he could do all of this shit, is literally angels, angels and demons, because they saw that shit happening.
Oh, see, I don't know what you can offer me because I don't know the game, but I would be interested in getting more powers and creating this friendship with Dr. Class.
Well, I can tell you what I can do.
Hmm.
Just can't fucking scroll. um, for each faith point a mortal has, I get half towards my daily allowance of faith and half to empower the mortal, which
Hmm.
in this case would be you.
2 points, I guess.
Yeah, you'd have 2 points, and for each faith point, you can get one of these things, and you can double up on them. Um, there's one that's called stats, which is raise any attribute by 2 or scale
Hmm.
by 4. Enhancement, which is me giving you the power to manifest one of my apocalypse forms or my torment forms.
Hmm.
Though you'd have to be if you want one of my torment forms, it's gonna bounce back on me as well, which
Yeah, he's not doing
it would be
that.
hard. You'd be hard hard pressed for me to allow that shit
Okay.
because I'm
If
trying
you
to
want,
lower it. Yeah,
if you want, we can end the scene here as they talk about this because, like, we probably need Estes to be involved in this. I don't know,
sure.
and we can talk with Brandon after. Like, we can talk and chat and decide what he will give him and what Nathaniel will give him in return.
Yeah. Well, you can end this live chat here.
Hmm.
We can just keep. I can keep telling you what I can do
Okay. Okay.
because there's more things.
Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, guys, for watching. See you next time.